Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. Fremde, étranger, stranger. Glücklich zu sehen, je suis enchanté. Happy to see you. Bleibe, reste, stay. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke. I'm a little sad because our opening titles music, I think tomorrow night is the last time we get to hear our festive titles music. Then I'm excited though because we've got new titles music. So join us. We're off on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, but we will be back on the 1st of January into the 2nd of January, so the night of the 1st of January. Tonight though is very, very magical. In fact, would you like to see a magic trick? Would you? Let me hit, would you? Here it is. Look, it's a chamber of smoke, oak. And we're trying to fill it with a billow of smoke from the smoke. Oh, there's now the smoke machine in the bottom right corner's turned off. And in there is a device that is clearing that chamber of thick smoke. I love that machine. Now it's from Sire. It is a mini air purifier. Although I say this in the nicest possible way and affectionately, I think it looks like a Dalek's girlfriend. Yeah. Now also in the show, we have an amazing way to remove moisture from the air in your home or caravan or office or wherever, which is very important for reasons that we shall establish. We've got lots and lots of ways of kind of making your home a more comfortable environment this evening. We have an air purifier. In fact, we've got one air purifier, one dehumidifier, and then the smaller dehumidifier, then a travel dehumidifier. And we've also got somebody who is extremely dry, Alan Ennis.
Yay!
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Now I know why she's the girlfriend. She was going around the Dalek's girlfriend all night going, let's procreate, let's procreate. Hey! You see, there's fun and games for you. Good morning.
Anyway, if you'd like to email the studio, do. Go for it. Knock yourself out. The email address is studio@shopontv.co.uk, studio@shopontv.co.uk. My director just said keep it relevant. No, don't. Be random. Send us random messages. And what does the colour blue taste like? Our director would like to know. And I'd like to know what oranges sound like. Alan, do you have a request?
No.
Good. Probably best. All right, now, in all seriousness, let's introduce you to the Abso Dry. Now, it is a genuine problem. In fact, Alan, you were saying you were reading, I think Sky had an article about how a very large number of homes have a genuine problem with too much humidity inside, which can lead to the growth of all kinds of nasty things, including, not bacteria, what's the word? Mold, yeah.
Mold and stuff like that.
Particularly if you have a fairly enclosed environment. I mean, my son, when he gets out the shower, it's like a scene from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He just walks out this cloud of smoke, you know, with a towel on, obviously. So what's the problem, and why and how does this address it?
Right, so this here it sits there, it's passive, it doesn't move, it doesn't have any moving parts.
So you don't talk to it?
You don't talk to it.
Alan, tell me what this is.
It sits there and it attracts moisture, and it takes it out of the air. Now it does it, as I say, in a way just that a normal movement of air around your rooms when you walk in, or there might be a little bit of a window open that's moving the air around, and it's attracting the moisture, it's attracting
So
that air.
where do you plug it in?
You don't plug it in.
Well, is it not going to work then? Batteries, it's on batteries. You don't need batteries?
No, sir.
What do you need to power it?
You don't even need to charge it, you do nothing with it. It just works, that's it. So let me show you what it looks like. Well, first of all, I want to just introduce you to what arrives at your house. Now you might say, Alan, come on, I know what's going to arrive, it's in a box, but there's an important message here, okay? And I will get to in a second why you might need this. You already probably know. So, comes in this box just here, Box is made from recycled material and it is recyclable. Okay?
Lovely, lovely.
Very important to tell you. I will now remove
That's the
this.
green, by the way. So we've got grey, blue, green or pink. You'll know which one's which because they look like the colours that describe them.
Exactly, and that's really good.
You can see how I got this job, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, carry on.
What happens here is, before I get into the rest of it, so inside of your unit, you will find a bag of these crystals. Now, when you get your one, it will indeed be in a plastic bag because you don't want it to be absorbing until you get it at home.
Of course.
Now, what this does is these crystals in here have been made, and first of all, they were made in the 70s. They were by a company, and the company that made them back then are the people who make these for this here. So the original and the best, okay?
Some of the best things were made in the 70s.
Made in the 70s.
Yeah, including me, I was made in the 70s.
Yeah, I was too, actually, yeah. So what you have is these crystals in here are attracting that water, okay, the moisture that's in the air, and it traps it and holds on to it. Now, a couple of things I want to just show you first and foremost. If you just feel the crystals, I'm going to bring this over here. If you feel the crystals there, that's how they will feel at the beginning.
Crunchy.
Do you feel the way they're starting to clump together down here?
Yes, they are
and
clumpy.
You can feel
they're cool as well. I can. They're very. Oh, they're cool, but not wet.
Not wet. It's pulled in that moisture. Now I'm going to show you.
So these actually eventually disappear, don't they? They absorb the moisture and then dissolve.
So what's going to happen is, as the moisture is attracted to these, it's attracted in, it captures it. Now, what I want you to do is, and please know this at home as well, is that when you use this first, don't worry if after about a week or so you don't see any water in the collection chamber. Don't panic. The crystals are first of all going to become saturated with them.
And that takes a bit of time.
And that takes a bit of time. And then what will happen is it will keep attracting and dripping the water out.
Yes.
And they will dissolve as the water drips out. So when this bag is empty, you now know it's time to replace it.
So it's completely empty. And how long does one bag normally last?
Now, up to 90 days.
Up to 90 days?
Up to 90 days. So that's 3 months.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 bags.
That's right, because, now here's the great thing here, right? For $34.99, instead of just getting the Abso Dry itself, which normally just comes with the unit in the colour of your choice and the crystals, we, as an exclusive bundle here, as far as I'm aware, are giving you a box of 2 additional refills as a complimentary part of the package, which means you're getting up to 9 months supply. Now, those normally sell for about 15 quid. A box of 2 is about 15 quid. So you're actually getting the Abso Dry itself for about £20. Normally $42.99 this package, and I don't even know if the $42.99 includes the price of the additional crystals. Whether it does or not, it doesn't matter. You're saving a really
some money on
decent amount of money.
Now, let's think about it for
Very low in stock on the grey, though.
Here's what's basically happening, okay? So as you can see, and this is just an animation to give you an idea, as the air swirls around, it's drawn in to the unit.
Yes.
Like that, absorbing and drawing in that moisture, and then it drops it down the bottom into the collection chamber. That will hold about 1 litre. You can empty it at any time. It's very easy to drain. I'm going to do that live for you as well in a few minutes. And keep moisture at the right level, removes bad odors and reduces the risk of mold. Now let's talk about this for a minute, okay, and where you would use this. So the answer to where you would use it is every single room in your house.
Sure.
I have one. I have some really rare, you know, I'm crazy about Elvis Presley.
I do.
have some rare Elvis Presley records that I keep in a cupboard, and I have one of these in beside it.
Because you want to keep them dry.
I want the moisture to go there.
Yes.
If there is any, not into my records, and make the sleeves go mouldy.
So if you have a precious collection of books or anything like that that can be damaged by moisture.
Wedding dress, something like that.
Could you put one in your closet? I suppose you could.
Put one in your closet, absolutely, 100% do that. And what it will do then is we'll keep the moisture out of there, and that helps reduce the risk of moths.
I was just going to say, because moths like very damp conditions,
they like damp conditions.
Yeah.
So this is going to do a lot of things, but if you use this in the room, and you can see it just there, how beautiful it actually looks.
It is a very nice ornament.
Well, that's it. Now, you know those really cheap and nasty ones that you see that you can buy, and they're kind of blue and they're long.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible things. And you walk in and go, oh, they've got a problem, haven't they? This doesn't look like that. This looks really, really stylish.
It really does. And by the way, these are Swiss-made, right? Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely.
They're beautifully engineered. They really are. They're very substantial.
Now,
and I know they do look like one of those Bluetooth speakers, but also because you've got the different colours, depending on what the colour sort of scheme is in your room.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have one in the bedroom, you could have one, I mean, in the kitchen for all of the, you know, when you're cooking your veggies and things like that. The bathroom for when you have a bath or a shower. Kids' bedrooms, I know that I was very asthmatic when I was a kid. Now, obviously, I'm not saying these are going to cure asthma, but it was very important to keep the air as dry as possible.
Absolutely.
And so this is something that could help potentially make the atmosphere a bit more palatable.
What I want you to think about is, especially around kind of, you know, winter time, and you sometimes get into bed at night, and because we tend to keep our doors and windows closed.
Yes.
So any moisture, now you might say, where's moisture coming from?
Where's moisture coming from, Alan?
You breathe. We breathe
You
out
do.
moisture.
But also in the summer, sometimes it gets very humid.
Humid in the summer. Now you think about it in the winter time, if you go out in the freezing cold, you breathe out, you see your breath.
Yeah.
That's the
Condensate.
The condensate. It does. And that's basically the moisture coming out that freezes. So that's why you see that breath. So when you breathe, when we're in bed at night time, we are sweating, there's moisture coming from many, many different sources.
Well, sometimes you do wake up feeling clammy, don't you, and all that kind of thing.
Boiling a kettle, bringing a cup of hot water or a cup of hot tea or coffee to bed, there's steam coming out.
Well, every kind of cooking, because cooking by its very nature, it makes things don't go brown unless it's boiling off some of the moisture.
Exactly.
So whether you're frying, whether you're baking, whether you're fricasseing, whether you're sautéing, you know, whatever you're doing, toasting some bread for heaven's sake.
There's moisture everywhere, and we can't get away from it. And you know what they will say, you're told by them, whoever they are, is to, keep a window open. Well, hang on a second, I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to heat my house, which is these days costing me a fortune. I'm not going to open the window. No, I'm going to keep those really tightly shut.
And also, I have to, going back to the mould issue, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, I do apologise.
That's okay, you've done it many times already.
No, I know. It's just because I really, really don't care. No, but I mean, I had a terrible black mould problem when I lived in LA, and once that sets in, I mean, the only way we could treat it was by using this really, really harsh bleach, which you had to have a mask and a face mask and goggles and all this kind of stuff, and spray it and not get any of it on your skin, and then leave the bathroom for hours for it to do its work.
Well, look, this is going to help reduce the risk of that.
Yes.
I'm not going to say, and I would
never
never say this is going to eliminate it. It's not. If you want to eliminate, stay tuned. We've got
the solution for you.
Yes. Something bigger that can take 25 litres of water out of the air in a 24-hour period.
Wow.
But for something like this that sits there in the bathroom on the window, in the bedroom, in the living room, all of those things, because damp, you go into your couch sometimes, you sit on it and go, it just feels a bit damp and cold and horrible. This is going to help reduce all of that. Now, let's talk about, if I may.
Yes.
Just when we have damp, some of the problems that it can bring.
Please.
Mold, we just mentioned it.
Yes,
Dreadful.
yes.
Smells as well.
That dank smell.
That dank, horrible smell. This is going to help reduce all of those things.
Right.
Also, then this is.
Would it help with your towels drying a bit? Because would it absorb some of the moisture there?
When something is damp or wet, or your towel that you use and you hang it somewhere, the moisture that's in there has to go somewhere. It doesn't just disappear. So yes, it evaporates out into the air around you, and therefore that air becomes more dense with water
Moisture,
vapor,
right?
with moisture.
Sure.
So therefore, this is going to help take that out. It's going to help.
So it could help you have get rid of the musty towels.
It can help with that as well.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So many different things. Now, bed bugs, okay? They absolutely love the moist. In fact, what I would say to you...
Bed bugs or dust mites?
Mites. In the bed,
yeah.
Mites.
We hope you don't have dust mites.
Yes.
I mean bed bugs.
Bed bugs.
Sorry. Yeah.
They're nasty fellas. But, you know, I always call them bed bugs all my life. And that's
Sure.
When you get out of bed in the morning, because you've been sweating and you've been in the bed and it's warm, that's their favourite place to be. Never make your bed. Always fold your blankets down.
I listened to you when you said that the other night.
Yeah, it's really true.
I did. That's what I do now.
Let it breathe. They hate that.
Yeah.
But if you can reduce the moisture in there even further, well, this is for you. Flat I used to live in, up in Peterborough, when I would wake up in the morning, before I knew about these, the window would be absolutely drowned. There'd be water all over it, okay? Now, I used to use one of those window vacs just to take it off.
Right.
That was great, did the job, but I had to do it every morning and all of that. Then along comes absolutely dry. I put it in the window. I didn't have that problem.
Well, a lot of people I know have UPVC windows now, but there are still a lot of people who have. I do at home. I've got painted windowsills, and it starts the condensation starts to flake the paint.
And
We've got
rot the wood.
flaky paint and rot the wood. Flaky paint in the ceiling above the showers.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm in a rented flat, but whether it's I've still got to make reparations before I move out. And if it's your own home, then of course you have to make reparations to counteract those effects. So for the sake of 35 quid, which gives you a 9-month supply of the crystal, up to 9 months.
And the reason I say up to, Rob, is, and people ask that question to me, why do you say up to 9 months? Well, it's very, very simple. If you have, you know, mum, dad and 2 kids, and they're having baths every single day, and then you have one of these in the bathroom, obviously it's going to run out a bit quicker because it's grabbing so
Can I just embarrass my son because he's out of the country at the moment?
Yeah, go on.
When he has a shower, he's in there for a minimum of half an hour.
You're kidding.
Sometimes 45 minutes. I've watched entire episodes of a TV show, and I'm like, I'm gonna start making him pay for the showers, because with the water meter, it's about £5 a shower. But honestly, when he gets out of the bathroom, it's like a sauna of steam that comes out. Wow. So again, do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Can I be perfectly frank with you? This is something that is one of those things that when you really think about it, you absolutely need, but never knew you did. It's the thing you need, but you never knew you wanted it. They're so well made. Essentially what it is it's a very well engineered chamber that catches passing air, and with a system inside to remove the moisture from that air. So just as you walk around your home, or just the natural circulation of air within your home, which happens, you know, by itself because of convection currents and all kinds of other reasons that I'm sure I don't know anything about. This essentially is the air is constantly flowing through it and around it, and Alan's going to tell you in a moment and show you how this is designed so well to make sure that the air can circulate correctly and optimally in and through this unit. And then the crystals do their job. They absorb the excess moisture. They are super absorbent. They hold all of that moisture until they become completely saturated, and then they start to degrade and dissolve into water. It's like a sort of a slightly clumpy or slightly thick type of water in the bottom, and then until they run out, and then you replace it and you start again. You can put this on a shelf. You can put it on a bedside table. You can put it almost anywhere. I mean, I say it is about the same size as one of those voice-activated types of device. They are so, honestly, when you see them at home and you feel them for yourself, you will know right away just how good the quality is. They're about as good a quality as you can expect. They look very attractive. They will be part of your decor. If you have any questions, you know, it's all very well. We're here sitting trying to sort of preempt what you might want to know, but we are live. We are actually live. It's alive. And you can ask us. You can, if you wish, just email studio@shopontv.co.uk and just ask us a question. Tell us a joke. Tell us how your Christmas was. How are you finding Shop on TV? Have you had any issues? If there are any, because we want to, basically we are an interactive company. The customer's always right is our motto here. We're a big HIT, and HIT is an acronym for honesty, integrity and trust. Those things are very important to us. So if you ever have an issue checking out on the website or anything like that whatsoever, any suggestions that you may have as to ways we can improve our service, we're still in early days. We're still a company growing. You know, we came to air very quickly with very, very little setup time. So we've got all the main stuffs there, but we're still working on the refinements. And we'd love to know what you would enjoy to continue shopping with us. So just drop us an email. We do listen. I absolutely guarantee it. But yeah, if you particularly have a question about these or anything else on the show tonight, Leslie, our producer, will pipe the question through my ear hole, through my little earpiece, and we'll gladly answer that question for you as long as it's something that we can answer. Apparently we have a demonstration, Alan.
So I'm going to very quickly just run through everything that's happening. So
yes.
The unit sits there. The air, as we said, comes in, goes around, in through these perforations, into the bag of crystals. The crystals, like if you got a magnet and put it into some metal
iron filings or whatever, yeah,
they just fly into it. That's what they do. The magnet pulls it in. Same thing here. They draw in the crystals, or they draw in the moisture. And then, as I say, it drops out the bottom into the chamber here, and underneath the bottom of the chamber, what we have got is we have our collection area just here. Now, about a litre that will hold. Now, you don't have to worry, about how do I empty it? Is it difficult? How do I do it? Because I'm about to show you how we do it. You'll see here the window that tells you how much water is in, and you'll see the little spout just here. So what we do is we lift up our unit and we simply twist, okay? I'll let you see that again on that camera. So there we go, twist and
it opens it up.
So then this would be your sink or something like that, and all you do is tilt and pour that away like so. The water comes out there, it never touches your crystals, so it doesn't mess around with them. You simply empty out the water. And once you've done that, all we do then is simply twist that again to close that and put it back down in situ, and it's good to go again. And that is all you need to do. That's
Brilliant.
As simple as that.
And by the way, as I say, up to 3 months, depending on how moist the environment is in wherever you're putting this. Again, it could be your caravan. You could take, and there's no reason why you can't take it. If you're going on holiday, a lot of people, I think, in January they go somewhere warm, don't they? And so take one of these with you and have it in your hotel.
Have it in your hotel because you can put it in with your clothes and stuff like that to keep it dry.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the caravan. What about this for an idea? You close up your caravan at the end of the summer. You don't go back there till spring, and then you go back to clean it up.
Yeah.
Put one of these in, and even if it's down the road, just pop down after, you know, potentially 3 months and change it over again if you need to.
If you have a walk-in closet or something like that.
That is going to help keep the moisture out of your caravan. You know what it's like when you go back to your caravan, sometimes it'll feel damp and horrible.
Yeah, sure.
If you get mold problems, leave one of those in there. For 35 quid, you can afford to do that right.
I know. I mean, look, sometimes we go to one of these little knick-knack shops and we buy lovely little ornaments that cost £35 or more. Again, it looks really attractive. It'll be a talking point in your home as well. People will ask you about it. It's one of those things, as I say, that you just never knew you needed or even wanted until now. And it's one of those things that you'll also then look back and say, and I know people who've got these, and Sean and Hayley, our other presenters, have these, they would never not have them now. It's one of those things they wouldn't want to live without. It becomes a sort of a necessity in your home. We have the grey is in the lead and lowest in stock. That might even sell out. The blue, also very popular, and the pink and the green. I mean, I love them all. There's not a colour there that I don't like.
A colour for every situation, whether it's a bedroom with a bathroom.
A colour for all seasons.
A colour for all seasons. I want to go back. Do you remember I said to you about the box being recyclable?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I want to carry on that message for you, okay? The unit itself is made from, the majority of this is made from recycled materials.
Oh.
This unit is 100% recyclable.
Oh.
But here's the thing. You won't ever need to recycle this unless, of course, you break it or something like that, because it doesn't wear out. All you do is you replace the bag.
Yeah.
Now, here's a brilliant thing, okay? This bag, once all of these crystals have dissolved, like we mentioned, and this bag is empty. So if the box is recyclable, this is recyclable, everything is recyclable. What am I going to say about the bag?
It's recyclable.
Well, actually, it's better than that.
Is it?
Yes. You can home compost it.
Ooh.
So that's how good everything in this has been made. And it's Torbolin is the company that made the original and invented these crystals. And it's Torbolin, that company that is making those to go into these. So you really have the best.
I must say, Alan, I feel a bit left out.
Why is that, my friend?
Because I was watching the show when you did it, when you launched this with Sean and Hayley.
Yeah.
And you put the bag of crystals in their hands so they could feel how absorbent they were.
Now, let's do that now.
I want to feel dry.
Right, so what I want you to do is, you can feel the moisture.
I can feel, my hands are very, very sweaty palms.
Now, what I'm going to do then for you is...
Nice shot, my hand there, thank you.
Literally, going to put your hand out. I want you just to grasp it, just hold it, like that.
Yeah.
But remember I said that it draws the moisture.
You can almost feel it working.
Okay, now take that out, now rub your hand together.
That is... it's insane!
It's crazy, isn't it?
All the fun you can have with a bag of crystals.
I know.
I don't know why I'm showing you my palm. Greetings. How? Do you remember that show, How? With Fred Dinage. I used to work with Fred Dinage. It's just instantly removes the moisture.
Because I've been handling it, my hands are dry as anything. You can feel them rubbing against each other.
That is insane.
Genuinely.
But it works. By the way, what are the sort of contraindications around pets and animals, and, well, pets are animals, I suppose, one would hope, and children and things like that?
Well, I wouldn't let them drink the water that comes from it.
Well, no.
You know, it's not, I believe there's nothing horribly toxic in there, but at the same time, just don't let them do it. But other than that, it's safe as anything. Just leave it on the side.
These But can I just say, first of all, Shop on TV, who are we? Well, basically, we're probably, I say this because I genuinely believe that it's true. And when I tell you the logic here, you might just agree with me. We're on ITV. We are the sort of the late night shopping show on ITV. So that means we are very, very, very highly regulated. We're probably the most regulated or highly regulated shop that there is. So, you know, we have to answer not only to ITV, but to Ofcom and to the Advertising Standards Authority and all these other different types of people. So we have to be accurate, we have to be honest, we have to be genuine. You know, we can't make claims that aren't valid because otherwise we would be pulled off the air and possibly fined very, very large sums of money. And I want to say this only because you buy from the internet, right? Well, you're going to buy from our website anyway, which is very fully secure, incidentally, as well. It uses all the latest encryption and all that kind of stuff. However, the internet is not regulated at all. There's been a big battle going on for net neutrality. So you can buy from the web, from an unknown website or an unreputable, is that a word? Unreputable website, and there's nothing you can do. Whereas with us, you can contact us easily. You know where we are. You can, if you ever have any problems whatsoever, you can call our customer service line, which is 03333 24 24 24. And to order from us we have a phone line that's open 24 hours a day, 364 days a year, or 5 days a year even. And that is 03333 241 241. ShopOnTV.co.uk is our website, and that's where you can also order. In fact, we have a QR code here. If you scan that, currently it will take you directly to our website. If you've got a camera app on your phone or your smartphone, then that will, usually they also recognize QR codes. Otherwise, you might have to download a QR reading app. But eventually that will take you straight to the on-air product. And, you know, we still have all kinds of really exciting innovations coming on our website soon. Here you will always find the other things that we have available in the show that you may like. Obviously price, what our price used to be, options, and then the item number. Now the item number, you can either quote that to the phone operator when you call the number 765901, or if you want to, when you go to our website, you'll see that there is a TV schedule. In fact, you can go to latest shows, products, and that will take you straight through to what's here now. And also you can see tomorrow we have Swan and Egger timepieces. We had to move the shows around a little bit today and tomorrow because of one of our guests had some family commitments that they couldn't get out of, so we did a little do-si-do on the shows, but that will take you to all those products. There you can click on one and then you can go ahead and you can add it to your basket, but make sure you check out just so you know, it's fine if you add something to your basket. Literally, even if we've only got 100 of these, 1 million people could put them in their baskets, because that doesn't mean anything until people actually pay, and then it becomes theirs and they've made the purchase, and then obviously that affects the number that we have in stock. So until you check out, obviously it's just going to sit in your basket and it's not going to be any use to you. This will work when it's in your home or your caravan or your office or wherever you may put it, but it absolutely will not work while it's sitting in your shopping basket. So we genuinely, when things start to get low in stock, we will let you know, but when you're ready to buy, what I suggest you do is buy. Okay? Right, Nick said, would this remove the steam from my bathroom to allow me to shave without a steamed mirror?
Right, well, okay, so because I'm always absolutely 100% straight with you, if you have this in your bathroom whilst you shower, because it's not constantly with the use of power and drawing in air, taking out the moisture, you may very well find that when you get out of your shower that you will still see some steam around.
Yeah.
What will happen is, with the use of this as opposed to not using it, it will clear it much quicker.
So it will clear it eventually, but not necessarily quickly enough.
It's not an instant thing. You don't put it there and it just goes, shoom. It doesn't do that.
No. Although we do have a solution for that.
Yeah. It's
that is powered.
24-hour thing that just keeps that moisture collecting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a passive collector. If you want an active collector like the Sire or the dehumidifier that's sitting next to me here, then we will discuss those momentarily. Now, why don't you buy one? I tell you what, this is the sort of thing every home needs one. If you've got 35 quid spare, it's one of those things, you'll get it, you may be sceptical. I hope you are sceptical. Please be sceptical. But then when you find the benefits are being reaped by yourself, then it's one of those things that you go, do you know what? Have you ever had a situation where you've gone, I don't know if I do I need that? Do I want that? You know, and then you get it at home and you suddenly realise within a very short period of time, I'm so glad I bought that. I'm sure this has happened to you before, right? You can probably remember the last time that it did. Now with this, I think you'll find that will be a similar situation when you get it at home. So maybe you can just take that leap of faith when you buy now and you get the colour of your choice and help to reduce the moisture in your environment. It's about a comfortable environment as well. Also, when it's cold, if there's moisture in the air, it feels colder, doesn't it? So there's absolutely no reason why this couldn't also contribute to making you feel a little bit warmer as well. I don't know. That's a side benefit maybe. Got another question. This is from Zoe. Hey Zoe. She's emailing on behalf of her daughter. This is, perfect question. She wants to know, would this help in a student house that has a problem with mould?
Yeah, it will.
It's almost what it was designed for, isn't it?
It will certainly help. Look, again, Zoe, if it's a huge mould problem, this is not going to cure that. But what it will do is it will maintain and perhaps reduce the amount of mould that's already there by taking out that moisture.
This is a preventative, though, isn't it?
Preventative, yeah. And it's a constant kind of working all of the time. But if you do want something, Zoe, for if there is bad mould, the woods that's coming up in a few minutes would be certainly the thing.
I was over Christmas I stayed in a popular motel chain, and I had the same thing where it was clammy and there was a lot of moisture. Apart from anything else, it's comfort. This gives you additional comfort. It also can help to reduce the moisture that contributes to mould growing. So I would say to our last email that it's like if you've got a decayed tooth. You've got to have a filling, but then you use toothpaste to make sure you don't get a filling again or another filling. So this is almost kind of like, it's the prevention, not the cure. But it can, if you're not completely, your teeth hasn't completely rotted, to continue the analogy, it might help stave it off a bit.
If you notice a little bit of, kind of mould growing, and you thought, wow, I'm going to get one of, get one of these, what this is going to help reduce that moisture, which is going to prevent that from getting a whole lot worse. So it's going to be an aid to that. So definitely have them around the house.
Good. So here's the thing, right? This is definitely for your home. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong camera. There we are. But what, Alan, what am I to do if I want to keep things like my cricket pads or my workout gear? I haven't used that in a while. Oh!
How about that?
He read my mind. If I wanted to keep those dry as well. Oh my goodness, look, it's T-Dry, the portable solution to keep things dry on the go. I've been working in this business too long, haven't I? $24.99. It really is just, it's a moisture absorbing twin pack.
It's brilliant. Same crystals from Torbolin, who made the ones that we spoke about originally from the 70s. Brilliant for your car as well. Now, I can promise you this. I have
Look at that!
old, now it doesn't do that. That's speeded up.
Oh, it's okay, fine.
It's not going to do that. I'm not going to, that's speeded up. It's just showing what it will do, time lapse.
Eventually it would do that.
But what it will do is, I have genuinely a really old Mercedes little two-seater convertible.
Yeah.
It's worth nothing, but I just love it. It's 17 or 18 years old. Every single time I get into it, the window had moisture because it sat there and it's building. And genuinely, one of these on the dashboard, absolute game changer. It collected the moisture. Let me show you what it is basically. Inside here, you do get this little bag for it to go in, and you have your bag of crystals in here, and you'll see on the front here what it will say to you, that we can use this on a boat, should we want. We can use it in our shoe closet if we want. We can use it anywhere around the house. Gear bags, you can use it in the car.
When I go to, because I sweat profusely when I do, on those occasions when I do go to the gym.
Yeah.
And I put it in the gym bag, and then when I come home, sometimes I forget, and then it's all mildewy.
Yeah. And you can even put it in your calendar.
In your calendar?
I don't know what that is, mind you, but there you go. But look, you can use it in shower rooms as well. You can use it in your campers or your caravans. You know,
again, closet. This would be great for closets, wouldn't it?
Brilliant,
it's like those little moist. You know when you buy something, and it's got that little pack of
Silky gel.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same. It's to remove moisture.
Yes, but that's
This is like,
those are designed basically just to keep a little bit of moisture away.
yeah, but
These are
that's the
designed
Mac Daddy.
This is the Mac
of moisture reduction.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely love this.
Yeah. Also coming up a little bit later on in the show, we do have the Woods dehumidifier, 25 litres in a 24-hour period. So around about a litre of moisture an hour this removes, which is extraordinary. It's 657,147, normally £400. We have it for £299, so 25% off. And again, we'll demonstrate it. We'll probably demonstrate it now, won't we?
Yes, and a very, very, very special mode on this as well. Basically, it's going to help you to dry your washing even quicker.
Is it?
Yes.
It's worth the price of entry just for that. Actually, we'll come to that a little bit later in the show because we've been having a lot of requests from people who want to meet the Dalek's girlfriend.
Yes.
And honestly, I believe I'm right in saying, I had the pleasure of launching this on television.
Did you?
With our good friend Chris Mott, if he's watching. Hello, Chris, how you doing? And I think I did. I mean, anyway, when I was introduced to it, I was like, what the heck is that? And why on earth do I need one? And then once I was shown what it did, it was like, I've got to have one of those. And it sold out on it was its first airing. It sold out on a previous channel. May I just say, you're savvy shoppers, right? We always strive to have the very, very, very best prices. If we ever discover that for some reason we've been undercut last minute or there's an issue like that, we always investigate and we always come up with a solution to make sure that you know that we address the situation. However, if you're someone just like me who does comparison shop, I mean, we all do these days. Look, life ain't that easy these days, is it? You know, cost of living and all of that malarkey. We're trying to make our pounds go as far as they possibly can. So I know you're going to look at the Big Jungle website, and you're going to do a Google or a Bing or a Yahoo or whatever other search engine type of search to try and find the SciAir Mini plus HEPA air purifier somewhere else for a better price. So let me give you the facts and then Alan will show you what it does. The normal price is 260 quid. We have it for 219.99. Now you can and you will find the machine itself for 199.99 online. Okay? At the Jungle website, you may find it for 169 and 179 or 159 and 169. However, that, I'm told by our supplier from the manufacturer or the distributor of this product in the UK, that is the old model that doesn't have Wi-Fi connectivity and a whole bunch of other new features. Even then, what they do not have, which we do as far as I'm aware, this exclusive bundle, one HEPA filter lasts you about 6 months. One comes included with the machine. We give you an additional filter, and they sell for $59.99. In fact, I saw them today actually for $75. They're sold at different prices, but the manufacturer suggested retail price is $59.99. So we give you an extra one of those. So in other words, you're getting basically £260, well, yeah, £260 worth of product for £40 off. So you're actually getting a really great saving, and you're getting up to a year of air purification just in your one purchase. So I want you to bear that in mind. The price, we are, as far as we know, the lowest price that you can get this anywhere, including the additional filter, which other people do not include. So that's all well and good. Now we know the price is good. What about the machine?
Okay. Incredible. Plasma technology, dual plasma technology, which over 99% of bacteria, germs, and viruses, this will remove as well.
So in there we have a stage smoke machine, or fog machine as they're called, which blows out thick vapor, glycogen, whatever it is,
smoke.
propylene glycol smoke. And this machine is so good that even with that smoke machine at full power, it couldn't fill up the chamber.
Well, you think about it, that smoke machine just there is designed to be used in a pub or a club, or a nightclub or a party to fill a whole room. We've put it into this little small chamber just here, and when we turned it on, it absolutely billowed out.
Do you want to do a live, Paul director, can we do a live demo? you want to do a live demo?
Let's do it. And
Okay,
here's the clever thing about it, right?
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is we're going to get it plugged in right now, okay? Fiona is helping us on floor. Fiona's going to plug this in. There's a camera on it. And what I'm going to do is...
she's just plugging in the smoke machine.
Yes, she's just plugging in the smoke machine. And what I'm going to do is I have got just here, okay?
I just heard somebody made a comment that I'm Ricky Gervais's younger brother.
Younger brother.
Yeah.
See the app? I have the app here for this. You don't have to worry. You can use this and you can work this from the machine itself. But I'm going to have this just here, and I'm going to turn the machine off.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is all of the functions are all there. I can name it and everything. It tells me that the HEPA filter is at 100%.
Yeah.
And it also tells me that the air quality is good in that chamber. Now that will change very, very soon.
Takes about 3 minutes for the smoke machine. And what it's going to do is the smoke machine will kick on, it will fill up the chamber, and then it will turn off automatically.
Yeah.
Once the machine detects that there are impurities in the air, it will turn on and adjust its fan speed according to how much pollution there is in the environment. And wait till so hopefully you'll get to see this live.
We'll get that in just a second. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll shout when it goes.
Sure.
So let me tell you, it is clearing the air, okay, of particles so tiny. Literally, human hair is about between 50 and 90 microns. This will stop down to 0.01. So 0.01.
Wow.
Not 50 to 90 microns, 0.01. So it's stopping all of those tiny particles, those pollens, all of those things that allergens and stuff.
Yes.
Volatile organic compounds, VOCs, you probably see that around the place. But I want to go back as well, because what this does is it has this plasma wave in here, dual plasma technology, that when the air is brought in, as it's going through there, the plasma waves are fired in there, and it affects bacteria, germs and viruses, and it disrupts the molecular structure of them, therefore rendering them useless and dead. So this is killing germs and bacteria as well.
So it sucks them in
and kills them.
Filters them out of the air and then kills them when they're in the inside.
The bacteria. So what's coming out of that is really, really clean air, and it's over 99% of bacteria. Actually, because this is such an important thing, I want to actually read. There we go. Smoke is off.
Wait, let's do a little commentary. The smoke machine is filling up the chamber. Now, actually, the machine's obviously already turned on, because it's not the smoke machine. The smoke machine is not even filling up the chamber completely. Do you want to go over there, Alan?
Sorry. Let's go over and have a little look at it.
If I get out of this chair, it'll take me half an hour.
You probably won't get back in. Just have a look at this. Now, I want to just read this exactly for you, okay? Eliminates, now get this, 99.99%. I said over 99%, over 99.99% of bacteria and viruses. It is H13 true HEPA filter. Captures allergens, removes dust, pollen, smoke, mold, pet dander, neutralizes household odors and VOCs, purifies the air with the air in a 51 meter squared room twice every single hour.
Twice every single hour. But Alan,
airtime quality indicator as well. Now, I'm going to...
Okay, can I just say, we need to understand what's going on. So the smoke machine's now turned off. Watch the chamber. Even when it was pushing smoke out at maximum power, it couldn't fill the box completely because the machine was clearing it too quickly.
There you go. Look at how clear that is. That's really brilliant.
That is amazing.
Is, right, it's constantly monitoring the air. Now, do you remember I showed you earlier on this? I want to come back to this here, okay? Because if I go to this one here, Mini, it is now telling me that the indoor air quality is poor. Remember that said that was good earlier? That is now saying poor. So it's telling me in real time what that air quality is. Well, it
started up again, actually.
Started again.
Yeah, it started
It's telling me the HEPA filter remaining life is still at 100%. So I've got all of this information here. I can put it in sleep mode, manual mode, fan speed, a timer. I can turn the plasma on and off. But that plasma, now I did say over 99%. So what it's doing is the dual plasma is killing 99.99% of bacteria and viruses. Now, you know yourself, when it comes to that bleach thing, you never hear anyone saying 100%.
No,
right?
no.
Because there's that little thing you can't say.
Yeah, but what, yes, exactly.
Right, just in case there's something. Well, this is 99.99% of bacteria and viruses.
So it's happening again. The smoke machine's gone. After this, we'll get Fiona, our floor manager, to unplug the smoke machine. What I wish we could show you is are we able to unplug the machine and then let the smoke machine fill up the chamber?
Oh, I can turn the machine off, yes. Of course I can.
Okay. Turn
Right, machine's off.
So it's now cleared. How long will it be before the smoke machine comes
A
on
minute,
again?
maybe. A minute.
Okay, so can you turn the machine off, please?
Machine's off.
The machine's off.
The machine's
so
off.
now you'll see just how effectively it was clearing that chamber because. Okay, okay. Here, now look at this.
Let's go to it.
So you go ahead. The smoke machine is now on only. It's going to fill up to the point you won't even be able to see the machine inside.
Okay, I'm going to plug it out now, Rob.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now
turn on the machine.
is I'm going to turn the machine. You ready for this?
Ready? Watch this.
On it goes. Have a look at this. This is now turned on. It's now in there going, okay, so I now know there's smoke. You can start to see it moving around.
Oh, look at
You
this!
start to see it all appearing because it's pulling in that smoke.
Exterminate!
Look at that. And it will take, now you think how much smoke is in there and how much work this has to do to clear that. It is fantastic. It's
And
saying
it's a
to me at the
thick,
moment,
oily type of vapor.
it's brilliant. It really is. And if it's doing that, and the thing is, I've got a funny story to tell you as well about an air purifier. But the thing is that you put something like this on. Now, okay, I don't want to talk bad about my mum, and I'm not talking bad about it, but my mum smokes.
Look at that, yeah.
She doesn't go outside. She smokes underneath the extractor fan in the
Right,
kitchen,
right.
but she doesn't turn the flaming thing on. Right? Okay, and this is the truth. I came back. We went to Ireland for Christmas. Right? I'm not talking Neil about my mum, but look how clear that is. That is just brilliant. Look at that. It's
Actually, if you are a smoker, that's perfect.
now, Mum, when I came back, my bag and every bit of clothes that I had in there stank of smoke, even from upstairs in the bedroom.
Right.
And I said to my mum, the next time I'm coming over, I'm bringing you one of those. And I told her about that, showed her the picture. I said, you're going to have that.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is it's constantly working. And when you put that onto your automatic, there's 3 speeds on it. You just put it on auto and leave it.
Because it's super
constantly
sensitive, isn't it?
super
We're going to
sensitive.
show that in a moment, how sensitive it is.
Constantly monitoring the air, constantly tasting the air is what I always say. And then what happens is when it feels that the air quality, when it knows the air quality is deteriorating,
Yes.
it will turn the speed up until it gets to a point where it's happy that it's good quality air
So
in your
it
house.
constantly maintains
Constantly.
the quality of the air in your home. Again, we're at our home or office, bedroom, living room, caravan, student accommodation. How does it work?
Okay.
Let's get into the gubbins. And also, there is a really impressive demonstration coming
There
up in
is.
a moment
Now, let
to
me
show you how sensitive
the,
it is.
the machine itself, okay? So I'm going to lift this up just to show you. It's super lightweight. So again, it's easy for you to maneuver around the house. Because if you only want to buy one of these, you could use this in the living room.
Yeah.
Then at night time, bring it to bed with you. Because there is a nighttime mode on it.
Oh, that's a
which
good
is
point.
just there.
What sort of square footage will it clear?
Okay, it's 150 meters squared. I'm going to confirm it because there's difference in square meters and meters squared. There is a difference, and I never remember what it is.
Okay.
But let me just show you this here. So there's the nighttime mode. Tap that, you'll see all of the lights went out.
And what is? Oh, it just turns the lights out. Basically.
And it turns the fan speed down to its lowest speed.
Got it.
Now again, immediately touch that and it will bring it back out of the sleep mode, and you'll see all of the other buttons are then lighting up, and you can go back into your automatic, whatever it might be. You've also got your timer, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. Now you can see the Wi-Fi light flashing just there because you connect this to the app from your phone and you can turn this on. In fact, you can
And that's
turn
the
this on.
functionality that the older model
The older
doesn't
model
have.
doesn't have. You can turn this on from your car on your way home if you're a passenger.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it on the office before you come home.
Well, if you work in an environment, or if at home you do a lot of cooking, I mean baking and stuff like that gives off a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
If you fry a lot, if you do stir fries and things like this is going to be taking all of those, not just the smoke, but also the odours as well. It's going to be removing them from your
Odours,
kitchen.
smoke, dander, anything that is an allergen in the volatile organic compounds, but 99.99% of bacteria and viruses as well. I
Yeah.
want to show you something.
Yeah, watch
if I may.
this.
Have a little look at see the blue light just there by my
Yes.
finger. So that's telling me that the quality of the air is good now, okay? Now on the back of it is the sensor that's always taking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit of stuff around, and I want you to notice what will happen is if it feels that there's too much pollutant around the place, it will turn itself up. Now clearly the little bit that I have just there,
There it is.
as now the machine has went, hang on, I'm sensing bad stuff around the air. It will go to orange and then it will go to red when it's on maximum. Now you can see that it's on speed 3, which
Yeah.
is denoted here, just, yeah, you can see the number 3 there, and you can see it's gone to red. If it goes to 2, it will turn to amber, and 1 is blue.
Can I try something?
Yes, of course you may.
What we're going to do, we have a little fan over there because our air conditioning is not great in the studio. We're going to turn that off in a second. I want to show everybody. Now, it may work this, it may not, how sensitive that machine is. I'm confident in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you be prepared to have an experiment?
Can you just see it's turned out to number 2 just now because it's cleaned the air and it's gone to amber and it's on number 2?
So when it goes back to blue.
Yeah.
Now, if you put it upright again, Alan.
Yep.
I don't know if we can see. Can we get high enough to see the light? We probably can't. You may have. May I take the spray from you?
Of course
Do you
you may.
mind? I'm just going to wait for it to go back to blue.
Yeah, let it go back.
Now remember, $219.99 gets you the machine, and it gets you an additional filter, which is $59.99.
Gone blue.
It's gone blue. Okay.
Yep.
And so basically, we're giving you each filter lasts up to 6 months. We're giving you a year's supply of filters. Now I've seen this done. I don't know if this is going to work. But what I'm going to do is watch this. What is this? It's, fly and wasp killer. I probably don't want to spray that near you, do I?
No, it's okay. I'm not a fly or a wasp.
Okay, all I'm going to do is just spray some in the air like that, okay? Now wait for it and let's see if it picks it up. It might take a little while.
Now, it may, but then it also may be testing the air because it's constantly doing that and go, actually, that's not too bad. I can cope with that.
Right.
I don't need to go to a higher power.
Fine,
So basically what it's going to also do then is save electricity as well in that automatic mode. It's only using it when it needs it. Now, just watch this, okay? So Rob obviously wasn't there.
Okay.
I'm just going to give this.
I was hopeful.
You were. So
but if it's there, it will detect it.
If it was there, it will detect it
and
it will turn up. But if it can do it on the first speed, it will do just that. It's only when it's needed that it will.
Oh, there we go. It's changed.
It's changed.
Yeah.
So now it's picked that up now because I put quite a bit
Thank God, because this is fly and wasp killer.
Yeah.
And I just realised we're spraying that all around us like it's
good.
Like it's like it's.
So whether it be fly and wasp or what. So for those people, okay, who are going to buy this and get this at home, remember, this will also destroy 99.99% of bacteria and viruses.
How does it come to you? How do you install the filter? How do you change the filter?
It's dead easy.
All of that. And do you need the app, or can you just you can obviously just operate it manually?
operate it yourself. Basically, well, you asked me about the size of the room.
Look at how you can hear the fans gone right up to full. To get rid of that wasp killer, and now it's gone to amber, so it's taken the worst of it out. It's like a professional nose in your home that's constantly monitoring the things that could be irritating or harmful to you.
Since we spread that, I've now got an itchy nose. I'm quite sensitive to things like that.
Are you really?
So now this is going to help clean that. So think about people now. Again, there's nothing medical here, I'm telling you.
No.
Do your own research. But obviously, the cleaner the air in your house, because remember, we cannot control what we breathe outside, but we can inside.
What about in the summer? Because in the summer I live on a main road and we have to open the windows because it gets hot, and then you get all the road traffic film and stuff like that comes in.
Yeah, you get.
Is that going to help with that?
Of course it is. It's going to constantly clean the air, and you can control what you're breathing inside because you can have a filter like this. You can have the HEPA 13 true HEPA filter.
Yes.
And you can get rid of all of those things like the volatile organic compounds like pet dander, dust. And another thing as well, and this is absolutely true, this is brilliant. If you have one of those, you watch how much less you have to dust.
I was going to ask about that.
Because this takes it all in. It's brilliant. But you
asked about killing germs and bacteria.
Killing germs.
And even viruses. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, all right, look, I know it's an investment, but at the end of the day, what price do you put on the quality of the air in your home? And do you have allergy sufferers?
Can I just say to you as well, look at the size of this filter.
Yeah.
Now also, if you look in here...
Pets, you've got to have one of these, I'm sure.
At the actual HEPA filtration just here, it's actually corrugated. It's folded. So if you were to stretch that out, that would probably be super... In fact, I must do that one day.
Yeah.
There was huge amounts of HEPA filter in here because that has to stop a lot.
This is a pro-level HEPA filter, isn't it?
This
is the real deal.
True HEPA
Again,
filter.
it traps 99.99% of all airborne particles.
Yes, and 99 kills because of the two-stage plasma, 99.99% of viruses
It kills 99.99% of viruses and bacteria.
So what happens is when the dirt and dust comes to the machine because it's drawing it in, it will hit this fine mesh on the outside first. So bigger pieces will get caught. We can see some bigger pieces just there actually that it stopped. And then the smaller particles go through here to the HEPA filtration.
Yep.
That stops the tiniest particles. And then there's also a carbon filter inside of there
for
as well,
odours.
which is for odours and things like that.
Do you need, is there any maintenance? Do you have to vacuum the outside of the HEPA filter or anything?
No, you don't, but I always say to people do, because it's a great thing. Because again, if you have a really good vacuum, it will have HEPA filtration. But sometimes if this gets a little bit, you know, really dusty on the outside, give it a vacuum just to
Which it might initially when you first use this, you know, as you get it out the box and you've got a really dusty, you know, kind of environment, particularly if you have pets and things like that, pet dander and such. It may fill up quickly to start with.
Yes.
You can just, but that's just the outside. Once, if you want to give a cursory clean to the outside, you can. But the actual filter will last up to 6 months. And remember, the machine itself is constantly monitoring the filter. And if you do decide to download the app, which is included in the price for Android or for iPhone.
And no cost at all. No in-app purchases.
It'll tell you when to change the filter.
It'll tell you when to change the filter and the quality of the air that you're breathing. But you think about it. How many times do you get out of bed at night time or in the morning and you do this? I've just realised how hard this chair is.
I know.
And you plump up the cushions, you do this.
Plump up the cushion, plump up the cushion. Does it have voice control?
No, it doesn't.
Oh. Does it make tea in the morning?
It doesn't.
That's
but
the
you
only
do this,
thing.
dust going everywhere. You shake your clothes, you do anything like that. You make the bed, you shake your duvet in the morning to get it plumped up again. All of that stuff is creating dust around your house.
Well, let me ask you a question. What do you charge an hour, Alan, on average?
To do what?
Anything, to work professionally. What's your time worth to you, would you say? Just give it a number, right? It can be anything you like on an hourly basis.
20 quid.
20 quid an hour. Yeah. Okay, all right, fair enough. How long does it take you to dust your home?
Well, easily, if you're going around the whole house. Well, even let's say one in the living room with all of the things in there.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. Really, you dust quickly, obviously. All right, 10 minutes. So, okay, so in an hour, so you'd have to dust 6 times to make it an hour. Right, so that's 20 quid. So in other words, how many times would you have to dust? So what's 20 into 220? I'm terrible at maths. 20 into 220.
10. 11. Yeah.
So 11. So you, after you've dusted 66 times, then what you valued yourself, he's much more expensive than £20 an hour, by the way. And if anyone's watching, we now have that on record, and that's what he'll be paid from this moment forth. And I don't believe you dust your whole house in 10 minutes.
No, you wouldn't do the whole house. I'm talking about one room.
Well, what's the whole house?
Well, the whole house is going to take you at least an hour.
Can we just say an hour? Because I'm really bad at maths.
Yeah, an hour. Okay.
And let's say £40 an hour for Alan, right? Is that fair? So, in other words, it doesn't take long. You've only got to dust the house, the whole house, 4 or 5 times. And what your time is worth. And when you think about how many times you're going to have to dust the house over the course of the rest of your life.
Yes, but Rob,
Rob,
I've got to say to you, yes, that is a really valid point, and I love that you make that.
Yeah.
But this is so much more, because when you dust, you spray chemicals and you wipe.
Yeah.
Dust then gets fired back into your room.
Yeah.
Where does it go? So when you go in and you see, my table is really dusty, this is really dusty. Do you think that the dust has just landed here and here? It's also landed on your suite of furniture. It's landed in your carpet.
And you're breathing it in while it's in the air.
And you're breathing it in all the time.
So that's what I'm saying. The dust alone, the amount of time you spend dusting alone, whatever you value your time at, the point I'm trying to make is that £220, yes, you're paying it now, but it's money essentially you're going to claim back in the amount of time that you save just from dusting, let alone the fact that it's also removing up to 99.99% of all airborne particles and killing up to 99.99% of all bacteria and virus. I mean, it sounds good. Can we actually say that? Is that actually true?
Absolutely, 100%. It's certified, it's been tested, it's got it. Now here's the thing, right? You think about sneezes and coughs. Somebody comes into your house that has a sneeze or a cough. Well, this is going to help get rid of those germs.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say if they cough over there and it's over there, it's going to get it straight away. No, but it is eliminating.
If it's in the air, eventually it will get sucked through the machine.
If it gets into that machine.
And it's how many times in sort of an hour is it recycling?
So, okay, let me give you the exact figure, because I've saved this here because I want to get this absolutely right for you. So the air is cleaned 2 times per hour in a 51 meter square room. That's a huge room, and it will
Yeah,
clean
10
that
by 10 by
twice an
5
hour,
or
right?
7 by 7 or
It's
whatever.
much bigger than that.
Yeah.
Much bigger. But that's the size, so it's going to clean. It's cleaning your air constantly.
Definitely much. I mean, at least the size of a. I mean, it would have to be a really big living room, or again, they are phenomenal, and you can just cart it from room to room to room. So when you sleep at night, put it in your bedroom, put it into your living room during the day, put it near the kit or into the kitchen when you're frying or cooking or doing any of. I mean, at the times that my toaster is set off the fire alarm. This will help to prevent that. And look, we're not saying it's going to do all the dusting for you, but it is going to. It's designed to drastically reduce and minimise the amount of dusting that you will need to do in your home. So it adds convenience, it adds quality of air. If you have pets and people come around, they're allergic to the fur and things like that, this is going to help with that. If you have people who suffer, asthma sufferers and things like that, then being in a clean environment, it can only be the best. A clean atmosphere can only be the best thing, or a better thing for asthma sufferers. So this is definitely, I would imagine, going to contribute to the quality of those people's lives. I speak from experience, having been asthmatic myself. My son is very heavily asthmatic and has been hospitalised several times. So we have to be very careful at home to make sure the place is dust-free and as clean as possible. Again, this is something that we believe would absolutely be at home in his bedroom, for example, too. And in fact, we'll have to get him one. $219.99. You can price check everywhere. You will find it at $199, but that is just for the machine. We give you the machine and an additional filter. The filters are $59.99. So we are price beating. As far as we know, we are the best price on the market at the moment. Give it a go. You've got everything to gain. And by the way, if you haven't realised, you can shop from us. And this is how you order.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. After you've ordered from ShopOnTV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days, though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
You're watching Shop on TV with me. Oh, hang on, Shop on TV. I got that all wrong, didn't I? Let me try that again. Take 2. Hi, you're watching Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke.
With an E.
With an E. Every time you have a guest on, you can't have a catchphrase of your own in this country. You just can't.
Just how good your catchphrase is, we cannot help ourselves.
People shout it across train platforms at me.
Do they?
With an E! Yeah. So we've had some. The only reason I say it is because when you have an E at the end of a standard name like Locke, I've spent all my life when I've given out my name over the phone or to somebody. I always have to say with an E, otherwise they don't spell it correctly. They always spell it without, so that's where that came from. By the way, we've had some emails. So the first one is from Brian. Brian, hi Brian, how are you doing? Asking who we are. Now, he was wondering if we are a new version of a former shopping channel. No, we are not, and we are not affiliated with that shopping channel in any way, except our CEO was actually, when that shopping channel was run very successfully and profitably, he was the CEO at that time. Secondly, basically ShopOnTV was born out of veterans of the retail and transactional television industries coming together who've said for years, oh, why don't they do it this way or do it that way? Well, now we get to do it our own way, and we listen to you and we do it the way that you want it done as well. Because there is something great about about transactional television like this, you get to see the product demonstrated. We have guest experts who are actually knowledgeable. How many times you've walked into a shop and asked about something and to be greeted with a sound, huh? Oh, to get me manager. And then the manager goes, huh? Look, I'm not saying that's always the case, but the fact is that we can demonstrate, we can answer questions. We're live and interactive. We're here every night on ITV1 between midnight and 3 a.m. Sometimes we start right around midnight. Sometimes it's 1 o'clock as it was today. The latest usually is 1:30. But we are here every single night, 24, well, sorry, not 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 360 probably something days a year. So we were off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And we're off New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. So, no, we have no affiliation with any shopping channel. We are a partnership with ITV. We're a shopping show. We are literally your late night shopping show. I know this is reminiscent of shopping television because there are really only so many ways that you can display information and show you that this is what you... Well, I say we're This Morning Tonight. We're like This Morning, but when you see the products, you can actually buy them. So, yes, we could have messed around with the graphics and done some kind of new funky presentation, but it's been proven over the years this is just the easiest way to do it. Everybody gets to see it, it's clear, it's concise. And again, because we're on ITV, because we're a shopping show, that means that we come under all of the purview of ITV's very, very strict rules and regulations, not only from them, but also Ofcom and also the Advertising Standards Authority. So we pride ourselves on giving you concise, accurate, and true information, and also you're covered. It means your money's safe. You know who you're spending with because you're buying from a reputable, very reputable organisation of people. And you know, we're early days. I'll be honest with you. People have asked this. You know, we came on the air very late in the year, which were, when was it, 1st of December or 30th of November, I think technically it was. And this whole venture was set up very, very quickly, you know, so we've got on the air and now we're going into all the sort of refinements and accoutrements. So as you keep watching, and I do recommend, by the end of next year, I would love every single person in this country. My goal and our goal as a company is to have every single person, before they go to bed, have a quick look and see what we've got, because we are going to strive to bring you the best prices and the best products and give you the best service. And there's loads more that's coming to make that even easier for you to buy. We have loads of big brands coming next year. A lot of the big brands couldn't come on board when we came on air in December because they'd already committed to their Christmas quotas and such, and so they could only start with us at the beginning of next year. So as of from sort of January onwards, certainly middle of January onwards, you're going to see some really, really big names here. We've got all kinds of really, really amazing things planned to make this the #1 shopping destination. Yes, it's a little reminiscent of a shopping channel at the moment because of the nature of the products we have and the way we're presenting, but that's going to change. We're going to have all kinds of really interesting segments, and it's going to continue to grow much more into a show. So I hope that answers your question. And thank you very much for watching. John and Hilary from York said, where are our Christmas decorations? We're only 6 days in. Well, I know, but Christmas is done. It's actually, they're just around the corner. It's New Year now, isn't it? I tell you this, we're going to have new music as well. As of January 1st, we've had all this new music for our opening titles and for our promos and things, all composed especially just for us and just for you. And yeah, so sorry, and I love those Christmas trees. I think actually they've made for some very, very beautiful backgrounds. But don't worry, they'll be back. They'll be back in a year. Just blink and it'll be time. Also, David has made a comment. She's trying to work out the square root of his house because he wants to get the Sayer. Well, you know, have one in every room. That's what I do, obviously. You know. By the way, I know that's unrealistic, but on the subject of how many items that you order, £4.95, that is always a capped postage and packing. It won't always be £4.95. For our mattresses, it was supposed to be £9.95, but they made a mistake and forgot to add on the extra £5, so everyone got the mattress for £4.95. But you could add 1,000,003 products into your basket and you'll only pay £4.95 postage and packing per order. So once you've checked out, when you start a new order, then you'll pay another £4.95 and so on and so forth. £219.99 is the price. Vicky says, hello, Mr. Roblock, with an E. Oh, sorry, with an E. I could just keep going around, couldn't I? Vicky Nash, hello. She says, good to see you back on TV. Thank you, Vicky. It's nice to be back. Quick question about the air purifier. Alan, the question was, how loud is it when it was running? Could you have it running in the bedroom?
Yes, 100%, because there is that sleep mode on there, Vicky. So you can turn on the sleep mode and it turns that fan way down. But of course, even on speed 1, genuinely, it's really, really quiet.
And actually, I like a little sound. It's like a white noise. If you have a constant noise while you sleep, it's supposed to help you.
Is that right?
Help you sleep, like the white noise machines, yeah. And it'll go absolutely everywhere. Now, I have to say, I've just heard that Darren the Dalek is very sad because, unfortunately, the Sire left him for R2-D2. So, unfortunately, another breakup there, which... Well, he'll get over it.
By the way, that picture that was just there didn't show a cable. It does come with a cable that you must plug in. Does it have a cable?
Maybe it's a hidden
cable. You can see
cable.
the cable, ladies and gentlemen. I was just covering it with butts.
Alan's eyes are just not where they used to be.
Yeah.
Right. And Lorraine has a question as well about the Abso Dry. Yes. Can you tell me, is there 1 bag of crystals in the dehumidifier and 2 additional? Yes, there is. You get not 1, not 2. But wait, you order in the next 15 minutes, or in fact right away, you get 3. Yes, so that is correct. You get 1 included. We, as a bundle, we give you an additional box of refills that are included complimentary in this. And they cost about 15 quid. So actually you're getting the Abso Dry for about £15. Honestly, we'll come back to the Abso Dry shortly. If you have any more questions. Also, I'd love to hear some New Year's jokes. Can someone tell me some New Year's jokes, please? Also, will you tell your friends that every Friday, Saturday and Sunday, this mad Englishman with a big beard and a large tummy, although hopefully after New Year it will start to get smaller again. I don't know what happened over the last few days. I came back and my jacket seemed a little bit tighter.
Yeah, I found out that I'm putting on some weight, but I've got an overactive...
knife and fork? Actually, I just guessed. That's amazing. You know I've got a health condition.
Have you?
I have, yeah. Which is why I'm predisposed to put on weight very, very quickly. And honestly, sorry, I'm going to get quite choked up even talking about this, but my mouth is bigger than my bumhole.
Did you just say that? Did you just say that?
Well, I think I did. No, I've had to go on 2 diets because you don't get enough food on one. Yeah.
I went on a whiskey diet over Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah, didn't lose any weight, but I lost 4 days.
And I just say, totally unrelated, but you know my dating history is terrible. You know, I dated. I once dated. A lady who turned out to be a Russian spy. Right. I mean, I should have seen the red flags, but you know. And then I did date a homeless lady, right? Which wasn't fantastic, but on the plus side, it didn't matter where you dropped her off in the morning.
Of Roblock. Oh, goodness me! I don't even want to laugh at those.
No. Okay, first, and obviously, you know, I'm very sympathetic to the unhoused, but I saw that joke. I did that joke for a little stand-up bit at a charity banquet, and it's one of my favourite jokes. So.
Very good.
Yes. Let's see the context of the joke, and obviously not those who are afflicted in real life by such circumstances. Right, here we go. Say again. We've got a joke. What do you tell someone you didn't see on New Year's Eve?
I don't know. What would you say to someone you didn't see on New Year's Eve?
I haven't seen you for a year.
That's very true.
That's more factual than. I mean, it's humorous, but it's a humorous fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you know what else is a fact?
Why do you need a jeweller on New Year's Eve?
I don't know.
To ring in the new year.
Oh, boom, boom.
Oh. You know when you regret asking if people would send in jokes? No, keep them coming. Right.
Did you? So, go on. Okay. So what just came in? Let's talk about woods.
Sometimes I can't see the woods for the trees.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there are no trees, and I can see that clearly. And what was that other last one? Here we go. What? What was Dr. Frankenstein's New Year's resolution?
I don't know.
To make new friends.
No.
Oh, we're new friends. We're your friends. Come say hi. We're here 7 days a week. Haley and Sean are with you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday nights. And I'm with you Friday, Saturday and Sunday nights. So if you like me, tell your friends about me. And if you hate me, tell your friends how much you hate me.
Sunday, Monday,
Yeah.
happy days.
And no,
right.
I'm not Paul Lavers, but Paul is a good friend of mine. But somebody said that they love me and that I make them laugh. Brian thinks
I read on a forum, it
Yeah.
said, so good to see Rob Black back. He is my favourite TV presenter of all time.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you, Mum. Oh, I appreciate it. We do have some fun around here, and sometimes when we've been going on too long, as we have, and not talking about the product, normally we get told off. But as the producer starts getting really annoyed, and I'd say that's positively irritation in her voice right now, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's It's a little passive-aggressive nagging, nudging.
Want to talk about this because this has an incredible feature, right? It's a laundry mode, a drying mode as well. So what I'm going to do is, first and foremost, I'm just going to tilt this forward for you because I want to show you. So this is a dehumidifier, pretty much unlike anything you've seen, in my opinion. So what we have here is, this is the outlet here. So you see when I turn it on, that opens, and it's drawing in air at the back of the machine, which I'll show you at the moment. It is taking out the moisture and firing out the air that has been dehumidified out here. It tells you all the time exactly what the humidity level is, and if we change that, we can change the humidity level we want in our house. Now, it doesn't add humidity, it takes it away. So you can have it as low as 40%, 45%, 50%. This is where it's recommended. 50% is the recommended. You've got a timer on it, and then you've got the laundry mode just here, okay? And the laundry mode basically is incredible. And I tell you what it does, okay? It actually takes in the air from the back, it takes the moisture out, it warms it, and it fires it up from the top here at a much higher rate. Now, also what we can do is we can press the button for the oscillation of the vent, which is what you should do when you're drying clothes. Now, I want to talk you through something, okay? Let me just stand this back.
Can I just say, Alan, how much I've missed when I go completely off the rails, how you manage to bring everything back to focus on the job at hand. I'm very impressed.
I kind of had to because, I was going to be in all sorts of trouble. So anyway, no, I'm kidding. So basically, what I want you to think about is, one of the main issues we have right now is drying clothes. There's no drying out.
Particularly,
it's raining, it's cold, you can't get. So what we're doing.
Well, I got flat. There's no. I mean, I haven't got an outdoors. Otherwise, there's a long drop if I had an outdoors.
You are now drying your clothes indoors.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do? You put them around the radiator. Never put clothes over radiator for two reasons.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow the heat to escape from the radiator to heat up your room properly. Messes up your thermostat. Secondly, it dries the clothes too quickly and they become hard like cardboard. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, what happens is, okay, so I did an experiment a while back. I got genuinely it's a 5-foot bed, so it's queen size, the duvet cover, the sheet, and 4 pillowcases. I washed them and I put them into my condenser dryer. I emptied the condenser, okay, put it back in, dried it, 2 litres of water it collected for just some drying that.
2 litres?
2 litres.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Now, if you think about this, right, if you go and you have, even if you have one of those heated rails or whatever you might have, or you have a clothes horse or something like that in there, do you put all your clothes on? Number one, okay, if they don't dry quick enough, they become musty.
Yeah, sure.
Now, we're getting to mold and everything in just a moment as well.
Yeah.
But they become musty. So what this machine here does is, if you think for a second, okay, that when you get a whole load of wet clothes and you hang them up, and then you leave them in there to dry. Do you remember I spoke earlier on, Rob, about the fact that the water that evaporates out has to go somewhere?
Yes.
So what you will see in those rooms that you're drying that in, if you put clothes in, you will see damp patches around the place. You will see condensation on your window.
And the walls.
And the walls.
Yes,
really, really bad. Because the water
and it can absorb into the walls.
Exactly. So what happens is that more moisture goes into the air, which means there's less space for moisture to go in. So then the remaining wet that's in the clothes is not able to escape out properly because there's nowhere else for it to go. The room is saturated, if you understand what I mean. The air is carrying as much moisture as it can. So you need a way to combat that. If you have this machine and you put it onto laundry mode, it pulls in, it goes maximum air in, maximum air out, taking that condensation out, but also warming the air as it's firing it out. So it's effectively working like a warm fan.
Wow.
Like a warm breeze on your clothes.
I love that, especially if you do have an indoor clothes horse and you pointed at that, because sometimes I wash, if I do all the bedding in the house, it doesn't dry in time for, even if I do it sort of relatively early in the morning, it doesn't dry in time for when I'm ready to go to bed at night.
Yeah.
So invariably I have slightly damp sheets.
Well, there is a way to combat that as well, okay? Stop being so mean and buy a second set, okay?
No, but it's because I have mulberry silk.
No.
I have specialist bedding. You
And you
know.
deserve it too. But no, if you do have this, genuinely, it speeds up that drying because it's taking that moisture out of the air.
Yeah.
And it's giving warm air to it, which is making the...
Okay, Alan. By the way, thank you for all the jokes. Keep them coming. Well, I'll tell some more in a minute. We'll do another little joke section at the end of this presentation. Okay, keep them coming. And also feel free to follow us on social media. ShopOnTV live across all the social media. And I personally am Rob Lock with an E. Rob Lock on TV at Rob Lock on TV. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everything. Here's my question. Okay, imagine that now this is news night or something like that, and I'm going to grill you because I want to know if I don't know what time is it? Any idea what time it is, Fiona?
2:15.
16 minutes past 2. If I'm sitting at home at 16 minutes past 2, being asked by two blokes on television to spend 300 quid, prove to me why that parting with £300 of my hard-earned money is worthwhile for that.
Okay, so this is the Woods machine. It's the top of the range of the Woods, okay? And it is rated as 25 litres. And what that actually means is that this is capable of taking 25 litres of moisture out of the air in 24 hours.
So about a litre an hour.
About a litre.
That's I mean, if you think of a bottle of pop,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Now, of course, if it's not in the air, it doesn't take all of that out, of course.
Yes.
But if it is there, that's the capacity of it, okay? Now, it does it automatically as well. So you will set the humidity level that you want. So let's say you want to do it at 50%, which is what they recommend. Reading up, you get between 40 and 60.
Because otherwise you get dry eyes and a dry throat and all that kind of stuff.
Too much moisture is bad for furniture. It's bad for timber. It's bad for wood. It makes
leather furniture is yeah.
You don't want that, and it's bad for. It's not great for us breathing either.
No, for sure.
Okay, so when you set this to the desired level, it will maintain that level.
So it monitors the air and
monitors the air and keeps that.
So all right. So why again for 300 quid? Because I've managed to get by most of my life, thus far anyway, without having a dehumidifier. Where have I been going wrong, and why is it so important to remove half the moisture out of the air?
Okay, so sometimes you don't realise you need something until you actually get it, and then you see those benefits.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things. It's like we never really knew we needed air purifiers, but now we know the benefits of those.
Yeah.
We also know the benefits of this. It's for taking. This is like. The abstract dries are brilliant, just to sit there and keep the moisture levels lower. This monitors and this actively brings it to the level you want it to.
So it's one of those things you've got to kind of try it and experience it before you realise. It's one of those things where you kind of go, how did I ever not have one?
So, okay, now this is, again, I'm not making any claims, please don't, but I'm telling a friend of mine who has asthma said to me and told me out straight that having a dehumidifier has made it easier for them to get by day. Now, because when there's too much moisture in the air, it's heavier to breathe.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Our lungs have to deal with moisture too. When you take that moisture out, the air is lighter to breathe.
Well, and also, I mean, I remember my son who was born in America, and we lived in Los Angeles for just over 10 years, where it's quite a dry heat. But sometimes with the pollution, and also you do get those really humid days, and on those really humid days, it really aggravated his lungs.
You step out of an airplane into a humid place, you go.
Like Florida, we lived here. Well, he was born in Florida, of all places.
It's just so hard.
Yeah, it's close.
But it's more than that. It's the mold that can grow as well. you're literally keeping that air moisture.
Is all mold visible, or if you've got a damp environment, maybe you have mold you don't even know you've got
A
it?
lot of times you have mold you don't even see.
Really?
Again, I had mold underneath my bed. I had one of those beds that
Oh.
lifted up from the back and you could put your stuff in. We moved house, and of course underneath that bed it had mold because I didn't have a dehumidifier.
So again, really, it's quality of life.
Quality of life.
I imagine also if you're, if you've got elderly parents or grandparents, you can always check with their doctor if they recommend a slightly
absolutely.
lighter humidity or a lower humidity in the room. These are the sorts of things that people who have them swear by them.
Oh, absolutely.
And people who don't have them don't know what they're missing.
Exactly.
It's like my dream woman. I've never met her, so I don't know what I'm missing because I can't even imagine what it would be like to have somebody actually treat me nicely.
Well, I've met my Ellie and I've married her.
Woohoo. Violins.
See the back?
I know, you're lucky.
I know.
You met your dream woman. She
I
is
did.
wonderful.
She's
She is.
terrific. So if we look just
And
here
you
at
put
the
a ring
back
on it.
here- I did. I
Yeah.
did. I liked it. And I
Very quickly, by the way.
So yeah.
But that's it. I'm not risking that one getting away.
So just here, you take this out here, and this will hold 4 litres of water. Now, do you hear it beeping?
Wow. Yes, yes.
Beeping because it's saying, hang on a second, I'm not happy at the minute. You've taken this out and you've got me turned on. So this here will hold 4 litres of water.
Right.
Now, you might say, but Alan, you said it will take up to 25 litres of water.
But Alan, you said it might take up to 25 litres of water in a 24-hour
Glad you asked that question. Where's that 25 litres of water going to go?
Where
from
is it going to
there?
go if you're not there to empty
Well,
the tank?
This is good. What we do give you is we give you this 3/4 inch hose just here, which fits into the back. Just in here, you'll see the little area for it. And once you pop that in, into that just there, you let me just do this. See, when you push that, it opens.
So if you have an excessively humid...
Try to do it back to front.
Oh, I
upside
see.
down. And then you pop that in there, and then what it will do is will constantly drain. Now, of course, you do put that in and then put that back in because cleverly
It's
they've
got a
put
little
that
cutout.
little cutout just there
Yeah.
for that tube to go through as
You
well.
could plumb it in as well if you really wanted to.
Yeah, of course you could.
Yeah, yeah.
But pop that into the sink if
But
you
for
have a job.
now, again, 25. Not every home is going to have 25 litres
No, of course not.
excessive moisture in the air.
Of course not.
But some, as I say, some may, or during the summer, when it gets really, really humid, then obviously it's going to take a lot more moisture out of the air as well.
Now remember, there's a timer on this. There's an oscillation for the flap just here as well. You can manually set it as well to a certain speed. You can put it on auto. You can use that wonderful laundry mode as well on it.
I love that idea,
Genuinely is brilliant. It warms the air as it puts it out, and it really does cut down dry.
Well, especially if you're somebody who has a lot of children and you're constant. I mean, I've only got one son who still hasn't mastered the washing machine yet. So I'm just constantly doing laundry. It's a never-ending cycle of blooming laundry.
I know.
And so the quicker I can, and then it gets, because we've got a 2-bedroom flat, the clothes horse goes in the kitchen because we've got the kitchen's the biggest room in the house. So then we're always moving the clothes horse around, trying to, one of us is at the hob or trying to prepare at the counter. It's like we do the do-si-do with the clothes horse.
I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay, good.
So tonight, I'm dropping you off.
Yes.
We're going to drop that off.
Okay.
At yours. The next time tomorrow, whenever you do the washing, hang it up, and I want you to put that on the laundry mode.
Oh, okay.
And I want you to tell me the next time we're in doing this how you found that to be. And genuinely how amazed you were by it, because you will be amazed by it.
If it can cut down the drying time of my laundry even by a little bit, it's worth every penny.
But it's more than just drying that. Then that moisture is not going into your furniture. It's not going into your mattress. It's not going into your wallpaper. It's not going in and destroying your paint. It's been collected by this. But also, because you're drying it quicker, you're not getting that damp smell. When you meet people and you go, hey, good to see you, and you go, oh
yeah,
clearly dried that and you haven't, it hasn't dried properly.
Can I can I just let you into a secret?
Please do.
I have a terrible damp problem in my bedroom.
Right.
Because I've got an ensuite.
Right.
So when I have a shower, all of the steam comes out into the bedroom and soaks into the mattress and things like that. And I get into bed and I feel like I'm getting into a slimy,
yes,
sinewy thing,
Okay. Now,
Sorry, is that getting weird?
what I want you to do then as well is, of course, you never plug something electric into a bathroom.
No.
What I would like you to do as well, Rob, is plug it in outside.
In the bedroom?
Unit can go in.
Yeah.
The unit can go into the bathroom, but make sure the cable is plugged in outside.
I don't have a plug in the bathroom.
Brilliant. We'll run it in, and when you're in there, the next time you have your shower, have this completely empty. Have your shower, do what you do, come back out, get dry.
So the caller asking about the
Then I want you to open that and see how much water is in that.
So
That's what we'll send to you.
the email. Sorry, the email that we had about fogging up the mirror and all that kind of stuff. That's the unit that if you want to be able to not have a fogged up. I think it was Paul. That's the unit that you want to have. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
my
not at all.
producer Leslie's like, get on with it. Come on. By the way, thank you. That's my social media down there. Look at that. Yeah. Send me a tweet because I'll update you on how I get on with the woods.
It's an X now.
What now?
You don't tweet it.
Sorry, X. I'll X you. But also, please do feel free to follow me. I would love that because I do reply. I read them all on the way home. Normally, I get a taxi, but tonight Alan's my taxi. So, yeah, Instagram, X, whatever you like. And as I mentioned, also, we at ShopOnTV have our own social media, which we will be getting going. ShopOnTV Live. Here's more info.
Keep up to date with all the latest news, information and special offers from ShopOnTV by following us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok and YouTube. You'll find us at ShopOnTV Live. Be a part of our fun community at ShopOnTV.
There are 3 convenient ways to place your order with ShopOnTV. Just scan the QR code with your smartphone's camera app to view the current on-screen item. Or go directly to our website, shopontv.co.uk, where you'll find all the products in today's show. Simply add the items you want to buy to your online shopping basket and check out. Prefer ordering by phone? Give our UK-based customer service centre a call on 03333 241 241. Friendly representatives are available to assist you 24 hours a day. Straightforward shopping with ShopOnTV. After you've ordered from ShopOnTV, we aim to deliver your purchases as quickly as possible. Postage and packing charges cover standard UK delivery, which is normally 3 to 5 working days. Though depending on the carrier, you could receive your products sooner. Certain items may be offered with expedited delivery for a nominal extra charge. We'll give you a delivery estimate every time you place an order. Not going to be home or prefer to have your packages arrive at a different address? No problem. Just enter the destination information when you check out. Once you pay, it's on the way from ShopOnTV.
Once you pay, it's on the way. Do you know who wrote that?
No.
Me.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
Seconds.
Wow.
That's the genius of my brain, you see.
Yeah.
He's not convinced. Hey, how are you? I want you to know that, listen, look, feel, hear, taste, smell, all of the senses. I want to engage every sense. That do come and join us every night. If you're up, then at least, come and say hi. I'm here every Friday night, Saturday night and Sunday night. And we do like to have a little bit of fun. Anyone who knows me from TV, excuse me, Mr. Fly with... I've got spray and I'm not afraid to use it. No, I'm kind to... Do you know what? I don't kill insects. I genuinely don't kill... It's not my right to take the life of another, no matter how big or small. I genuinely, honestly believe that. Like that. No, we do like to have a laugh here. So, and also, I can be unpredictable. I do have a bit of a reputation for being unpredictable. For example, you had no idea that you'd be sitting at home watching television and suddenly a presenter would go... You had no idea that was going to happen. I didn't until it just happened, right? Woo! I mean, where did that come from? I ask you. I know I should probably get some professional help. But the fact is, television's my outlet instead. And thank you for all the jokes that you've been sending in. I want you to tell all your friends, honestly, let them know we're here. Just hopefully tell them you've got to watch this shopping show that's on between midnight and 3. Because, yeah, you can buy some really great products, but also they have a right laugh, they do. A reet laugh, my director said, from whatever part of the country he's from. It's not from where he's from, apparently. It's from where somebody else is from. Maybe somebody near and dear to him. Who knows? I didn't ask. So here are some more jokes that have come in. Thank you. I made a New Year's resolution to drink more water. Sorry, just one sec. So far, I've only gotten as far as drink more.
No, I like that. Drink more water. We only got as far as drink more.
Oh,
Hey.
I see.
That was good.
Wow, our producer is not a stand-up or even sit-down comedian, because I didn't get that. Anyway, what do you call someone who says they know all the words to Auld Lang Syne? A liar.
It's like a national anthem, isn't it? You're saying, and you go, ba 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 ba. You don't know.
Lang Syne.
Forgot. And never brought to mind. That's a bit horrible, I thought. Like,
Well, a lot of these things are. We were discussing earlier how certain songs.
Oh, you shocked me earlier.
I was telling him about the Beatles and their influence for some of their songs. He had no idea.
Yellow Submarine and what was the one that was
Lucy
the really
in the
bad
Sky
one?
with Diamonds.
Yeah, what was the really bad one though?
And which one were we talking about? I can't remember.
Yeah.
They're all great songs. But anyway, we digress. Do send your jokes in. Wake up your neighbours. Call them now and tell them to send in a joke to what's the email address again? studio@shopontv.co.uk.
He's ruining a Madonna song for me now.
Like a prayer, yeah.
Yeah. What's it
Oh
about?
no, we can't talk about that on television. Oh no.
Oh, I'm going to have to Google all these.
Yeah, he's going to have a right Google later, I tell you. And be careful because you never know where you're going to end up
Wow.
when you Google. It can get dark.
I suppose driving home for Christmas is not about driving home for Christmas, is it? That is probably, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's just say sure. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Abso Dry. This has been an absolute hit tonight. Lorraine is asking, is it the same deal on the website as it is on the phone? If you call by phone, yeah, absolutely, of course. You will, when you buy this, can I just, oh, blimey, that's heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Yes, sir. No, sir. 3 bags full, sir.
Oh! I need some condensed milk, I think. These are the...
Condensed milk.
Oh, no, no, not condensed milk. What's the can of things that makes you strong? Don't say spinach.
Yeah, but I was going to say spinach.
Well, no, there's like a vitamin drink that you drink when you're older that's got vitamins and... Never mind. It looks like
Baraka?
condensed... No idea.
Oh, Nourishment.
Nourishment.
Yeah.
Is that a brand name? Other types of healthy drink are available. This is the refill pack. Inside this refill pack, there's not one, but as you can see from the illustration here, or photograph, there are 2. Now, when you buy the Abso Dry, normally you don't get that. See, it's not there. There's nothing. You get nothing. Nothing!
Nada.
You just get the Abso Dry. You don't get nothing else. But when you buy from us, we'll give you one of them and all. You get 2 more. Right, now each one is good for up to 3 months. And now you've got up to 9 months. So you do, get one in the Abso
Have a look
Dry.
in here. Look,
you get one with the actual unit. We give you a refill
when you do
as
that,
part of the price. Yes,
that's
sorry,
in
I
there.
confused things by
No,
saying
that's
you get
okay.
nothing. It was for
That bag's in
comedic
there.
effect.
No,
That's there. That's there. You get
inside
that. You
of your
got
Abso
that.
Dry. Yeah, that's in
You
there.
can't lose that. You
No,
get
it's
that. You
in
got your bus
there.
fare
Yeah,
home.
it's in there.
It's in there.
It's in there,
It's
yeah.
right in there.
Yeah, and that's in the Abso Dry.
It's in the Abso Dry.
That's a bag of...
That's the bag in there.
And then you get 2
And they get 2 more. Is that a total of 3?
There you go. What?
3 total.
3.
3.
Yeah.
Right.
Happy
Good.
days.
I hope that makes everything clear.
Clear as mud.
Anyway, so $34.99. In all seriousness, it comes either in the blue, the pink, the green, or the grey. They are all delightful. They have this wonderful satin finish to them, beautiful pastel colours. They really are. They would win design awards if I were in charge of design awards.
Would they really?
Yeah, I think they're really, really attractive.
Maybe we should get you in charge of design awards. You can start your own design.
That'd be my new job, head of design awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, actually.
Thank you.
I
No,
want to be a
honestly.
Michelin star giver for a restaurant.
Do you?
Ellie taking me right
Yes.
to a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
She booked it 6 weeks ago
Uh huh.
for the next table of 2 that's available.
Yeah.
November next year.
Wow. I know. And that's the power of marketing. Do you know there was a very famous restaurant in, I think it was in New York, and they couldn't get any reservations at all. Honestly, empty from the moment it opened. So they shuttered all of the windows, kept the lights on every night, and put a sign on the door saying, you know, no reservations for 6 months. And the fact that people couldn't get in, they wanted to get in, and then it became a very successful restaurant thereafter.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And the reason that's good for keeping moisture out of your home is because when you have an Abso dry, do you see what I did there?
I did.
Seamless that was, wasn't it? In all seriousness, these are fabulous. So what this essentially is a device that is perforated on the sides and on the top. It has a container within that keeps the secret sauce, if you like, separate from the container. And the container's job is one and only thing. It's to allow air to flow through it.
Yeah.
And then inside you have these super absorbent moisture or moisture absorbing crystals that any moisture that is in the air, they literally suck it out.
Yeah.
And hold on to it for dear life.
I think these are genuinely something that we all should have in our houses. And this not just because we're here trying to get you to buy some of them, but I really believe that because since I started to work for the guys, okay, to do these, I've become a huge fan. And the reason I have is that I have genuinely noticed differences in the rooms around the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Just of the drop in the moisture levels. Now, as I say, it's not one like the big woods one beside you, because you've got a massive wood beside you there.
Yes.
It takes up to 25 litres out of the air in a 24-hour period.
Sure.
These here just do it passively. Okay, they sit there, they do it, it all happens, keeping that moisture level down, just keeping it and taking out moisture all the time. 24 hours a day, no batteries, no plugs, no recharging or anything.
So no additional, the only additional cost is the refill, and these refills go for about £15 each.
Yeah.
We give you 2 extra in there, so you've got up to 9 months before you even need to think about changing the crystals.
Yeah, so you're getting up to 9 months, 3/4.
And this is so well made, that'll last you. I mean, I imagine that'll last as long as you.
Well, it lasts forever, basically. The only reason you would throw this out is if it gets broken.
Yeah.
Now, the great thing is, should it get broken, this is completely recyclable. 100% recyclable.
There's your
And
bag.
by the way, there's the bag of crystals. And by the way, just to let you know, the unit itself has been made from the majority of it has been made from recycled materials.
Yeah.
And then the water, as you can see, drips out the bottom.
Collected in the bottom. And that's when the crystals become completely and utterly saturated, then they start to liquefy and drop into the bottom.
Yeah, they keep on attracting.
You know when to change the crystals because the crystal bag will be completely empty. So you just have a little gander. Can we do a sort of a deep dive inside of one?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this over because when you receive yours, it comes in a lovely box. I mean, it's a box, but it is quite nice and it just gives you a bit of information. There is, in fact, on the box a QR code as well that you can scan with your phone, and it will give you some details about the Abso Dry.
Right.
But also then, when you do this handle won't be there. We just put this in.
How'd you put it in?
Very simply, you just pull it through.
Even the handle's nice.
Well, it's made from really heavy kind of a rubber material. It's really good quality, and it doesn't quite need to be, I don't think. But
no, this is actually too good a quality for what it needs to be. That's what I mean. It's a really great ornament for your home.
That's in there, so you simply take that out, pop it through like so.
Shove it in, as they say.
Yes, and then catch it the other
side. Give it a tug.
Pull it through.
And there it is.
Now, once you've done that then, remembering that this unit is completely recyclable, you also get a little card just here, which will, again, use your smartphone, scan for the user manual, and scroll down.
The user manual, like you need a user manual.
But it gives you some information on that card.
Yeah.
Also, just inside here then, what you will get is you will get a little book of words. If you don't want to do that, obviously your instruction manual or your user manual, you can get it electronically, but they give it to you in an old way as well. Now, also then just here is the bag of crystals. Now, it's in this bag here, this plastic bag, recyclable as well, just to keep it from drawing in any moisture.
Well, because it was open to the air, it would be drawing in moisture.
Now, what I love about it and what I think that these guys have done so well is if you look at the bag of the crystals themselves.
Bless you.
The crystals themselves.
Can we get the sire?
They come to just there, and then look from here up, you've got the bag. So that
So
means
you don't cut the
that,
crystals.
So you don't cut the
Yeah,
crystal
yeah.
bag because you don't want to open that crystal bag.
No, you
want
don't.
to keep that closed. When you open the crystal bag, inside what it will look like is that one down, the blue one at the end, got the open bag? Oh no, it's here beside me.
It's here beside you, or there beside you even.
There beside me, that's what the bag looks like. It's full of those crystals made by a company, invented by a company called Turbola, and they had the rights for these for about 25 years, I think, before anybody else could make it, and then the license was given to other companies to make it. But these are the original and the best. Now the brilliant thing about these is, now I asked Rob to do this earlier with his right hand, so I'll get
Do you
to
need a
his
second
left.
to clear your nasal
Yeah,
cavities?
all of a sudden, I'm after getting something inside of me that's made me a little bit sort of sneezy.
Yeah.
But
Let me know if you need a reprieve.
I will. We'll be okay. So
I'll take over from here.
You will. So basically, all of the moisture has been drawn in here by
God help us all.
by these crystals, drawn into the bag, and then what will happen is these crystals will clump together, and then they will start, once they're holding as much water as they can, it will still attract water and moisture, and then it will drip out and drip
So the
into
clumping is
bottom.
normal. And inside you can see that little inner receptacle.
Yeah.
That's what keeps the crystals away from the edge so that the airflow is still clear
Exactly.
to allow the moisture to go into the crystals.
Yes, and then once it does that, then it drips it into the bottom, and then, of course, when you know then basically that when the crystals need changing is when that bag is completely empty, because they will dissolve away, and it will be completely empty.
Again, you do get, I'll tell you what, you go take care of yourself. You do get one pack of crystals inside, as we just said. It comes with one. And it will be up to 3 months that this will last, depending on how humid the conditions are in your home. If you do a lot of, do a lot of cooking, if you're boiling a lot of vegetables, or if you're, what do you call it, frying or sautéing or using the oven or baking. If you take a lot of showers, if you've got a multi-family home, or if you're in a flat like us where there are 2 showers going sometimes at the same time. If you do have a lot of moisture, then obviously it will reduce the amount of time that this lasts, but they say up to 3 months. You get one with the machine itself. Well, I can't call it a machine actually, with the unit itself, because it requires no power, no batteries. Literally, you set it and you forget it. But we will our exclusive package here on Shop on TV means that we do include not one but a 2-pack, a twin pack of refills. Normally one of these is 15. Is it £15 each?
It's £15
or 15
for
pounds.
the- for
So
two.
it's £15 for the 2-pack. So essentially, £7.50 each. So you are getting these included in what would normally be the price just for the unit. Honestly, these are really, really, really well designed. They are Swiss manufactured, designed and manufactured. They are really, really stylish. They do look like an Alexa or whatever the other ones are. And you can talk to it as much as you like. And the funny thing is, it won't talk to you back, which is great. But what it will do, it will help provide a more comfortable environment. Can I just say, this is absolutely pointless. Honestly and truly, completely pointless this is. This is completely pointless, because nobody ever knew they needed one. So you thought it was pointless until you saw what it could do, is what I meant to say. It's the thing that you now kind of go, well, actually, for 35 quid, that sounds like a really, really obvious thing to have in my house. If I can reduce the moisture, we know the benefits of reducing moisture. It can help reduce mold and condensation and all kinds of other things like that potentially contribute to stuff you don't really want to be breathing in. So it just sits there. It just looks pretty. It's like me. It just sits there, looks pretty, and does its job. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So it's just the sort of thing I never to this day would have ever thought that I would need this. But now it's here. It's one of those things that's like, you don't know you need it until somebody comes up with the idea, and you kind of go, wow, what? Yeah, why didn't I think of that? So yeah, to me, it's pointless in the sense that I never thought about it. But now the point is, because it's available, it's something that, for, again, 35 quid to give you up to 9 months of reduced moisture in your home, and an attractive ornament for your sideboard, for your coffee table, for your bedside table. It's just, I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer.
It really is. Look, here's what will happen. After a few weeks of having this in your house, you will see the water level starting to rise through that little viewing window that's on your Abso-Dry. You can see it there filling up. And when you see that, you will simply stand back and go, if that hadn't have collected that, where did that moisture go?
Yeah.
Where did that litre of water go
Yeah.
if I hadn't have taken it out with the Abso-Dry? Is it going to be in my
soft
linoleum,
furnishings,
my soft
or
furnishings,
your paintwork,
carpet, paintwork?
yeah, your electronics.
Is it blocking my windows, my electronics? Is it creating static? Who knows what's happening? But the fact when you see it being collected in there is just brilliant. By the way, I want to tell you the really good news message as well. The box is recyclable. The unit itself is recyclable. The plastic cover that's on the over the bag is recyclable. The crystals, when they completely wear or melt down, they will be gone, obviously, and you will be left with the bag only. And that is not recyclable, but compostable.
So that means it's biodegradable.
Biodegradable, you can compost them. So the environmental message is extraordinary with this product.
Honestly, I know so many people that have this and they recommend. I don't have one yet, but can you try one of these as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, you got something. Yeah. Purely for the sake of consumer journalism.
Absolutely, just so you can
I will return it, I promise, or I will buy it. Honestly, people absolutely swear by these. They really, really, truly do, because it's not something we get so used to living without this. And this is earlier I was trying to make a point by saying this is pointless. This kind of the situation is pointless, and I'm not going to go back to that again because I think I covered it. But the point I'm trying to make is that we're so used to living without this, we don't know we need it. And there's no way really that I can sit here and make you understand fully 100% except logically why you might need it. But you'll know you definitely need it when you've got it, because it'll start doing what it's designed to do. And then you'll reap the benefits. You'll see and you'll feel the benefits of what this is designed for. I mean, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of these have been sold, but a lot of people have bought these. And there must be a reason for that, because people wouldn't have bought them, or if they were rubbish and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, then they would have been returned and the company wouldn't exist. If there was no need for this, it would not exist, right? So again, it's that, do you want to take that leap of faith to feel better? Put one in if you've got a newborn baby, if you've got toddlers, young children, particularly if they do suffer from allergies or asthma and things like that. Again, this is not a cure-all. It's not going to necessarily impact their ailment in any way, except that it is going to help reduce the moisture in the air. And if they suffer from something where reduced moisture in their environment is a benefit, this is then a part of that benefit. It is a benefit, right? The same in your bedroom, and particularly if you have an ensuite and you have a shower or a bath and that moisture is getting soaked up by your bed, put this in your bedroom as well. I mean, they're so affordable. You can have one in the bedroom, you can have one in the living room, you can have one in the kitchen, because it's not only helping to absorb moisture, it's also helping to absorb odours too. So, because a lot of odours, I believe, I understand, are carried by the moisture in the air, because, well, they are little particles. Moisture, the odour, it's particles that, excuse me, that are responsible for those odours. And if they get caught up and trapped in this thing as well, if they're not, they would also be getting into your soft furnishings, or maybe your clothes if your bedroom or your wardrobe is near to the kitchen, or whatever, or you burn some toast or something and plumes of smoke go into the flat. And again, if you want to actively remove plumes of smoke, you need the Air. This is going to just sit there passively doing its job every day, and you'll know it's working because you'll be able to see on the collection window how much moisture it's taking out of the air. And as Alan said, the question you ask is, well, if it wasn't in there, where would it be? And it would be elsewhere. It would potentially be be causing damage, and it would potentially be contributing to the build-up of mould. So, look, I know you get what I'm trying to say here. It's the thing that we just didn't know we needed until now. And so for $34.99, really you're actually getting the unit for 20 quid, because we include, as I say, that extra twin pack of the refills which are normally £15, we give you one of those included in the price. So you get 3 packs of crystals in total, and then you get your choice of either the grey, the blue, the green, or the pink Abso Dry. Stands at about, I'd say, 3/4 of a foot tall. It's probably a half a foot. Sorry, I'm still in, feet and inches. About half a foot in diameter, and it is over-engineered. It is way higher quality than it needs to be for its functionality, and so it's one of those things. You know what it kind of reminds me of? You know that Swedish company where they do the furniture and they sell the meatballs? It's that kind of over-engineered, really high-quality, fashionable, chic item for your home.
Yeah.
For $34.99.
But very, very practical, and honestly, please get one. Just try one of them tonight and see. Have it there, and next week, remember, if you get this in the next couple of days, when it's there, after a week or so, you won't see any water in there because it's still been collected by the crystals. Don't panic, don't think that's rubbish. Just wait a while and it will start to collect, and you'll see that fill up very quickly.
Please do check out, and if you're having any issues checking out on the website, please do let us know. Just email studio@shopontv.co.uk. Lots of you have these in your baskets, and so obviously for you to own it, you got to pay for it. You can't just have it for free. I'd love to give you one for free, but unfortunately I can't. You got to pay money, cash money, or actually just put it on a card. That'll be fine. We don't take cash anymore, and then we'll send this to you. You'll get it like a couple of days probably. Bada bing, bada boom. It's done. It's a done deal.
Rob, I've kind of just jumped when you were chatting there. I decided I wanted to get this in here.
It's an R2-D2 replacement leg.
R2-D2 replacement leg. And what this here basically is, it's a fan for cooling, but it's also...
There's not a fan on it. There are no blades in it.
It's a bladeless fan, but it's also...
Oh, sure.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it's also...
Like an engineless car.
It's an air purifier and a heater as well.
Stop it. It's not.
It really is. This is incredible. So this is a Vibra Arch 3-in-1. It's the heated bladeless cooling fan and UV air purifier. So what it does is the UV, as the air goes through, it actually, again, kills germs and bacteria and things like that with the UV rays, because UV kills that kind of thing. Now, it's stylish as anything, in my opinion.
It really is.
It is.
I don't know. I'm stuck on New York. I'm so sorry.
New York. But what I want to show you is that basically bringing in from the base of the unit itself, it draws in the air and then it brings it and then either heats it or cools, well, it doesn't cool it, but brings it through as a fan and fires it out through the arch just here. Very stylish, by the way, upright or 15 degrees back.
I love it.
15 degrees forward, so you can aim it any which way you please.
Alan,
by the way,
sorry.
No, I was going to say, this is how cool this is. Watch this.
No
That's
pun
actually
intended.
Magnetic. That's magnetic.
Oh, wow.
Look, see it, look. it's stuck to it. It's magnetic. So
do you know
one
of the things that has followed me my entire professional life on television?
Your shadow.
Yeah. Actually, I could never attach my shadow. That's all I have to say about that. No, no, for some reason people listen to me talk and they must say to themselves, you know what, Rob? We don't like the sound of your voice. Can you do another voice, do another accent? For some reason, people just like me to do accents.
Yeah, you're very good at them.
Well, I do them professionally as an actor or speaking a foreign language. So I just want... Okay, well. Я хочу сказать, что это отлично, это прекрасно, это очень хороший...
Spanish.
No.
American.
No.
English.
No.
No, I'm lost.
No. I don't know what it is. I speak in the language. I channel.
Probably Russian.
I channel. Yeah, it's Russian.
Russian.
The Ruski. If anyone who speaks Russian wants to email in and tell everybody what I said, I won't be able to repeat it because it was very rude.
Was it?
No. Of course it wasn't. No.
Wow.
But if you can translate, я хочу сказать, что I can't talk properly tonight. Я хочу сказать, что это отлично, это прекрасно. Это очень хороший.
Right, very good. I'm lost. Right, let's just have a...
I am selling it. I'm just selling it in Russian.
If we look here, you have a remote control, but you can also get the app.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You also can have an app to use this as well. But basically, we just turn this on.
There's an app for that.
And it will come on to the cool setting just there, okay? And again, you've got 9 fan speeds on this, and you can hear that ramping up. Okay, 9 speeds. You can see it on the display. Now, what I'm going to do is going to turn this towards Rob and ask Rob, can you feel that blowing your direction?
Feel it?
So bladeless
I can
fan.
feel it. What's it doing? Is it channel? Where's the air coming
It's
from?
bringing in the air here, and then it has got inside here. Then it's getting the.
Is it
air
like coming through the arch?
It's coming out through the little pieces on the front of the arch. But you know, there's a very famous one that does stainless as well. That costs many hundreds and hundreds of pounds. In fact, £700 or £800. If you look at the price of this, ladies and gentlemen, this is a heater as well.
I'd rather be hot.
So I'm going to turn that here for you, okay? So now I'm going to turn it to heat. So
hang on, this is a. Sorry, I should pay attention more. This is a heater as well as a
heater
cooling
as well.
fan.
So this
and an air purifier all in one.
It sterilises the air with UV rays.
Good Lord,
brilliant.
It's actually really good.
Light. So if we look at this just here, we can turn up to 30 degrees on this just here.
30 degrees. This is the man who was telling me he couldn't take the heat in the studio.
I can't stand
it. And now he's turning it up to 30 degrees.
Yeah, just to show the viewers at home.
Yeah, I see.
Now, already I can feel the heat coming out of here because what's happening now, the air has been drawn in and it's been heated up to 30 degrees and it's going to be fired.
Does it automatically go from cold to hot if you need it?
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, 1 minute it could be blowing out cold air, and the next minute it could be blowing out hot air.
If you turn it on the machine, if you tell a machine, you want hot and cold.
Yeah, it'll just instantly switch from one to the other.
That's exactly what I just did. Yeah, absolutely, buddy.
Yeah.
But also, what we can do is we can have this to oscillate as well, so you can see that it oscillates and moves around. So it really is giving you everything.
R2D2, it is you. It is you.
Can you feel that?
Now, how could I feel that? I'm not holding it, am I?
No.
Oh, the fan. Sorry.
The heat.
Oh, blind.
Isn't it hot? Yeah.
It feels like 2,000 watts.
Well, it is 2,000 watts, but I don't want people to worry about that because at 2,000 watts is 2 kilowatts. Well, that's a lot because of the price of electricity. Don't worry about it. So basically what this does here is it will get the room, it will use that 2,000 watts to get the room to the temperature you've asked it for.
Yes.
But then it will immediately turn itself down to
thermostat.
maintain that with its thermostat, exactly. So it's not using that much power all the time. And you've got a timer on this 1 to 8 hours. And if you were using this for a fan, I think it's something like, can we just check that the wattage it uses as a fan? It's like some tiny amount, it's like 30 or something like that, 30 watts of power. It's tiny, but we'll check that out for you. But wow, the heat coming from that is literally,
it's
really
hot, presumably.
By the way, as well, just to show you, that machine is turned on at the moment. If it falls, okay, it will.
Oh no, I've fallen.
Beep, beep.
Oh, that's so clever.
Yeah.
So great if you've got pets or kids around, babies and things like that.
Gets knocked over, you can do that, it'll go back on. Now, I mentioned earlier on as well, you can download an app that's free and you can use it, it's Wi-Fi controlled as well, so you can use it on an app on your phone, smartphone, whether it's a Samsung or your Apple, either or. But safety in mind with this.
Sorry, did you say this right? Does the housing get hot?
No, it doesn't. No.
So the hot air comes out, but the
hot air comes out. But yeah, I mean, obviously, this here, I can feel a little bit of heat from the front here. But it's all in the back of the machine, so there's nothing boiling here.
Amazing.
And of course, when I drop that down, you can see then that what it did is it turned itself off.
That's great. I mean, they've thought of everything, haven't they?
Yeah, literally.
I love these multitaskers because instead of having to buy separate. Now, I know we have had a separate air purifier tonight, but that's because it's a very specialist air purifier. We have had a separate two separate dehumidifiers, but they are very specialist dehumidifiers, passive, active. This to have a heater, because oftentimes, particularly in the summer, you buy something that's going to cool you down because it's what you need right then and there. And then you don't use it for the rest of the year. Because, when we have our entire 2 weeks of summer, you use a fan or you use an air conditioner and then it goes up in the loft or in the cupboard and you don't use it until the next 2 weeks of summer. So, but then there are many more months of cold than there are heat in this country, I've noticed. And so to have the ability to go from one to the other and also purify the air.
Sterilizing the air.
Sterilizing
rather than purifying. So purifies that, but this sterilizes as the
air. Sorry, yes.
Yes, yeah.
That's incredible.
It's
it's really smart looking. I mean, look, I'm a bit of a gadget guy, I'm a lot of a gadget guy, as you know, and a sci-fi fan and all that kind of thing. And it's very futuristic, and it is the sort of thing that would look perfect in my home.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
35 watts is the fan.
35 watts. I use around 30. So when you're using it as a fan, 35 watts on its maximum setting. So it's literally nothing to help keep you cold. And it oscillates. And of course, sending it straight out the front here as well in that blade style. Again, 15 degrees either way, it will also tilt.
I seem to remember when you showed this the other night that it has a removable centre bit. What's that for?
Well, basically, it's just because it's removable. There you go.
Oh, right.
Well, it gives you access here to
the
inner workings. So if you want to dust or anything like that, you can get in there to dust. But again, you even feel the weight of that. That is very substantially made.
It is very. I mean, again, all of the Vibra Solutions, all of their products are incredibly well made.
Yeah.
They just are. They only deal in quality. Please do check out, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time. It's Make Your Mind Up time here on the Shopping Show. Thank you for all your emails tonight. I hope you will spread the word about our show. I'm here again tomorrow night with you. We've actually got Swan and Edgar watches tomorrow night, just after 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. I believe. So leading us into New Year's Eve, essentially. So tomorrow night, I say night, but tomorrow night into the next day. You get the idea. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to have your company. You're part of the show as well, and I always want you to be. So email, social media, however you want to get in touch, and keep your comments coming, and I hope you're enjoying the show. Alan Ennis,
Pleasure.
you're my friend, my brother. You are...
Lots of love, buddy, always.
You are the man. Honestly, one of the most decent people I've ever known in my entire life, and a genuine friend. And thank you from all the crew as well, from Fiona on the floor, from Leslie producing, Paul directing, and Harun, who's out there doing all the techie stuff. From everybody here at Shop On TV, enjoy the rest of your night or morning, and I'll see you a little bit later. Good night.